Hey guys, Lightning here, back with another video, and today, as you can see, doing some more BuJo stuff. So yeah, last time, we're starting with February. We did the page here, and then we did the calendar page, and that turned out really nice. And then now I'm going to do my weekly goal page, and then I'm going to do one of my weekly spreads for going into February. So should be a quick spread as far as that goes, because it's only the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday that are going to be on this spread. Actually, Sunday's going to be on it because I do the Sundays. Not that one, but I do the Sundays on the side of the column. So I've already drawn this one out. I drew it out in class, so it should be quick to just go ahead and ink it, and then we're going to do I'm going to show you how I like to color my boxes, because as you can see on my, I have some of them there, but I also did here, where I added a little bit of outlining to the outside of the boxes. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys what colors I'm going to do it, so I can go ahead and do it in one big, I don't know what that kind of motion is, one fell swoop. So this one is kind of based off of the roses, so I'm going to do it in the light pink. So basically I use these ones to outline it, and so I'm going to use light pink for that one. I think the goals needs to be the red, because it has the hearts and it would match the hearts. The to do I think would be prettiest the dark pink, so let me put those colors out in the orders that I want to do them. Events should be the dark purple, I think, because I love purple. Products, I think, should be the light purple. And then the February will be done in the dark red. So that's the title. And then I'm going to color the little hearts in as part of the banner. And as far as the calendar goes, it's just going to be black, so there's nothing fancy about the calendar. So I'm going to go ahead and ink it and do the colors, and then get back to you to talk about what I'm going to do for my weekly spread. So, cue speed draw. Okie dokie. So now I've got them all finished up. And I think the page looks cute. So, yeah. So next up is I'm going to design my weekly pages. So, as you can see, this is part of one of my weekly pages. And you see I have these boxes. And for the January ones, I alternated between this type and this type. And they weren't really themed around January. But I figured February has this nice, neat shape associated with it. And you know what? I can do something with that. So, what I have for making the other ones is I have this stencil that designs the shapes. So this is that flower design from this week, and this is the bumpy, that section. So what I want to do is I'm going to make one that's a stencil like that. So all I have to do is use my markers to outline it. Or color it in, which I might actually do because it doesn't really matter whether it's open or filled. I think the filled might look cuter, especially like if I use my Arteza water brush markers. So what I've got is I found a kitty stamp, and it's a heart, and it's about the right size for what I was looking for. So what I'm gonna do is always have random pieces of paper on my desk. I'm gonna make my 7 days across, and focus please. I'm gonna punch 7 holes, and I can go ahead and do that now. Let's cut the sheet so it's a little bit smaller, so I could, in theory, use this sheet for more than one thing. If I need to be bigger, I can get a bigger sheet. That's not a problem. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line it up from the bottom, because you can actually see, I don't know if you guys can see, you can see where the whole punch lines up. So I'm going to do my first punch. Oh, this is harder than I was expecting. I'm going to need all of my finger strength. There we go. Number 1 is punched. And then I'm going to line it up so the second one is next to it, but not touching. And I probably want a little bit of space so I can see it there. Now I can't. I'm going to see them there. So 2. Check. And then 3. Again, I can see a little bit. Skewed it to the left enough that I should have a little bit of space between them. And oh, fudge, that's not working. Not working. Probably should not have used such stiff paper. So 3, 4, 5. And I'm not gonna get all 7 on there. It's fine. I'll just line up the stamp so that I can make 7. Because I'm not using this whole bunch any more than I have to. Because I'm using really gigantically thick paper. So there we go. I have my 5 hearts, and now I can use them to make the boxes. So I'm going to show you with my first set what I'm doing. And I have one thing I'm going to use to make sure I line them up properly is I have this stamp, one of my stamps that I got for Christmas, that is lines. So if you can see, it's got 3 lines And what that does is that gives me a layout for where I want my stuff. So I'm going to grab my black alcohol marker that I use to ink the ink pad, and that would be my Winsor & Newton brush marker. I do like to use the brush end because it allows me to apply it exactly how I want it. So what I'm going to do is apply it to the 3 bars, and then put the cap back on because I don't want it to dry. And then I'm going to paste it a little bit below the top because I want a little title space, and then shift it around, and there. So, and then I actually count how many lines I need. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12, so it's perfect. It's 4 of these. So we do the next one, inking it up, making sure it's nice and inked up, and then guesstimating on the spacing there a little bit, putting it down, shifting it around just to make sure the ink gets fully on there, lift, re-ink. And the good thing about using a single color for it, the lines, is that you don't have to worry about wiping it off afterwards. So place it down, move it around, make sure the ink's really put good and on there, lift it up, and then re-ink for the 4th time to get my last set of lines. And again, guesstimating about the length of the lines down, shift it around, and then you clean it off. Usually I'd use the baby wipe, but you can also just get some water and clean it off. If you get it soon enough, you can use water, but baby wipes make sure it gets everything off. But the alcohol ink comes off fairly easily with just the water. So now what I'm going to do is I line up my hearts, and I'm going to move these out of the way because they're in my way. And then I'm going to do it in dark red, light pink, light purple, dark purple. And so I'm going to go through, and I'm going to color in the little heart, making sure to fill it all up. And you can see it makes the little heart shape. And then I'm going to do the next one. And so on and so forth for all 5 of these. And then 2 more at the end. So there we go. There's all 7 hearts for that row. Then go down and use the next color and do the next row. So aligning it so that I make sure that I don't have any of the other red in the hole. And then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see they kind of make heart shapes. They're not perfect, but they're cute. So, and they're all different. So, next color, and line it up. And 1, 2. And this is in real time, by the way. So this is how fast I am going. So, just to let you know that I'm not. This doesn't take like forever. I'm not detailed, doing very detailed heart coloring. It's real time, and you guys are watching as I. Oh no, I have the pinks out of order. Annoying. Actually, it doesn't really matter because if I do them in the other order, it goes from the light pink to the light purple to the dark purple. So I guess, actually I like them in this order better than, so. Oh, I forgot my last two. And you can see it, you don't have to spend a huge amount of time doing your bullet journal if you guys actually want to do this too. It doesn't take all that much time, and honestly, this is for a full week. You could do it the Sunday before, the week before. You could do it at the beginning of the month. I mean, it really just depends on when you want to do it, and when you have time, obviously, as well. But, like, it took me a day to do my monthly spreads for the week. Like, it took me, like, 3 hours, kind of. And that's setting up the recording stuff and recording and as well, so it didn't take as long as it might seem like it takes, and it's highly enjoyable and relaxing to me. So I mean, I feel like for the organization that I get out of it, it's worth the time I put into it, and it's also a lot of fun, and I get to play around with the spreads, and you guys get to see me have fun too. So I mean, when you try to put the cap on the end and it doesn't stay right. But yeah, it looks cute. So you see this, the light, dark red, light red, light pink, a dark pink, light purple, dark purple. And then it restarts. But yeah, so actually, I have an even cooler idea. I might go reverse it back. So it's going to be dark purple first this time. But yeah, so it's highly enjoyable, and I find it well worth my time. And yeah, so if you guys have any ideas for the next ones, I'm certainly open to suggestions. And if you guys want to see specific things, like, I don't know, any aspect of the bullet journaling process, like if you want a video about the different supplies I use, what to get for like a beginning set, how to get started, that kind of stuff, just let me know down below in the comments, and I'll probably respond. And yeah, so going through backwards from the bottom to the top. And yeah, it turned out really great though. I absolutely love this one. And it's like so quick too. I like how you can just like make whatever stencils you want, and then like by just using the hole punch, and then it just makes a pretty background. I mean, that's just a neat concept, and I think I'm gonna do it for some more, because I found some more kitty hole punches that went with the heart one I got, and it's working fairly well. And I honestly wasn't expecting it to work nearly as well, and I mean, it works pretty well for what it is, and I really wasn't expecting that. And yeah, so just really getting to enjoy this. And if you guys have any ideas for like stamp things that could be useful, like hole punches and stuff that could be useful when bullet journaling, if you'd like me to try it out and stuff, then that would be neat. And just let me know down below in the comments what kind of things you would suggest. And yeah. Oh no, that one didn't turn out as I wanted it to. And the good thing about using markers is you can go and touch it back up when you're done, and it isn't weird like some materials. It isn't like paper where if you cut it and you cut it too small, it's too small. You can always make it bigger to fit. So yeah, there we go. I've done all of the hearts, and they're all in nice neat rows. So the next step I did with my other journals is I've just realized that I only have 3 days left in this week. So I was just talking along and just thinking, not thinking. There we go. Now the rest of the 4 decorations. So this is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So there we go. I kind of failed a little bit there, but it's all good. It's all good. It turned out fine. And then in the last 4, I drew a line through them, like little strings of parts that were just designed to be that way. Yep. So next thing I wanted to do is make a little to-do box at the bottom. So for this one, I think I'm going to use this little banner and I'm going to put it on my stamp block and use my brush marker to ink it. And then I'm going to stamp it right here. A little bit in from the edge because I don't want the stamp to be, if the stamp catches this edge, this part of the stamp doesn't ink properly. So I'm putting it a little bit in from the edge. That also allows me to create a little bit of a border. Again, always remember to clean your stamps afterwards. And I'm going to write to do in the box. And I think I'm going to use the dark purple and freehand a little box for it. And there we go. And week of 1st to 3rd. Making a little cute little box. And I'm going to go over it with the light pink. There we go. And that's a cute little page. And then what I do for the rest of the week is, you see I put my days of the week and put the boxes around them. So this week, last week I used this one stamp in 6 different ways. And this week I think I'm going to use this little stamp, which is a little tag, and this little stamp, which is a tag but it's long, to make various different shapes. So because they are flat stamps and not space-filled stamps, I am going to use my watercolors to color them. So in past weeks I color coded the days based on their color in the weekly calendar. So since I'm doing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I need to use the purple, light purple, dark purple, and a gray. So I need to get a gray out of my marker set. And my markers just went everywhere. I am so annoyed. Okay, so I have my marker for the gray. Yeah, so I'm going to use these. So starting with Thursday, we're going to use the light purple. And what I'm going to do is I'm not using the brush marker, I'm using my watercolor marker. So I'm inking it as best I can get it, and not inking that one yet. Then this is going to be the date. So I want it to be in a little bit. So then I press it down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink it a second time. And then try my best to get it in the same spot. And then I'm going to use my water brush to spread the color around a little bit and lighten the color that is there. Now I'm going to have to come back in to letter it later. So you have to let it dry if you're going to use that method. So I'm going to do the same thing, and this is going to be the day. So for this day it would be Thur, and this is going to be where the date goes. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to ink it twice and put it down. Trying to get as much ink as I can on there as possible, because the more ink, the closer to purple that I want it to look like it looks. Ink it down, take it back up, do it again, and then try to line it up as best as possible, and ink it down. And you see this one turned out, it had a lot more ink on it than the first one, but that doesn't really matter because it's designed to be like this spotty kind of design. And there we go. Use the water brush to detail it up. And then I'm going to make the box using the Stabilo version of the marker. Well, it's not a version base, kind of, but and then I'm going to make the details on my box. And then I'm going to do the neck. That was the dark purple. Oops, rip. I did it wrong. And I'm going to do the colors for the dark purple. And I'm going to go ahead and ink them both at the same time, so that way they're in the same positions and it saves a little bit of time. And put them down. Ink them up really well again. And line them up as best as possible. Also, having two stamps rather than one lining up makes it a lot easier to line it up. And then we need the water brush and detail it in. That dark purple makes a really nice color there. And there we go. And again, I'm going to use the Stabilo version to detail the block for the date. And on past weeks, at the end of the week, I put a notes block, but since it's just the beginning of February, I'm not going to bother doing that, because one, I've made the boxes too big to start with, and two, I can put any notes on the to-do page, because I wasn't really using the to-do space as much. You can see most of the ones I had were blank, so yeah. So the next color is going to be that gray, so I'm going to ink it up. This is like a bluish gray, so it kind of matches the red kind of theme a little bit better. So ink it up, stamp it down, get it ready to ink up again, ink it up, and then stamp it down, lining it up as best as possible, using the water brush, spread the color around. And my water brush does have a little bit of purple on it still, so again, I'm just going to give it that bluish tone, which is going to make it cute. And there we go. And then I need my gray Stabilo. And you can see that those grays match up really well. Although I wasn't really going to care much if they didn't match, because I wasn't going to go through the process of matching them again today. But there you go. And then the next thing I'm going to do, and you guys can't see it very well, but so there you go. There are my 3 tags, and you can see that it made a cute kind of splotchy watercolory look, and I really like how that turned out, honestly. So what I'm going to do next, and I'm probably not going to do it on camera because I need to wait for these to dry, is I'm going to put the date, and I'm going to put like events over in the corner. Actually, I can do the events part now. So do events, and then make a little box, and then do, and then I'll put all my to-dos below it, and then for the dark purple, to do, events, and then my box, and then in the gray, to do, and then the events box. And that just gives me a place where I can put any important events that I have going on during the day. And there we go. That's my weekly spread. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This one did end up being a little bit shorter. So that's good because, I mean, it's taken about an hour to record each one in the past. So yeah. And then I have to add editing time on top of that. But so I hope you enjoyed doing the February weekly goals and a weekly page. What you can do with this section is you write your daily goals and then you check off the boxes when you've completed them. And then obviously the rest of them are fairly self-explanatory. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more like this, leave a like and comment down below what kind of stuff you'd like to see. And have a great day. Goodbye.